My name is Dr. Susann Power, and I'm an Access Leadership College Fellow. I am also a senior lecturer in sustainable tourism and hospitality at Ulster University, specifically in the Faculty of Business. It's so at Ulster University Business School. So my role obviously comprises then learning and teaching. I teach a number of courses on sustainability in hospitality and tourism, but I'm also research active and I'm involved with a lot of different research projects. I chair the faculty's sustainability committee, which is something I enjoy doing very much.
Brilliant, that's great. And could you tell us a little bit about kind of what you're particularly interested in?
So my research interests would be at the intersection of entrepreneurship and sustainability and business ethics. I did my PhD in ethical entrepreneurship and tourism, and it's an area that I've always been really interested, how business people, specifically entrepreneurs, navigate sustainability paradoxes and ethical dilemmas as they're conducting their business on a day-to-day basis. So I am also looking at pro-environmental behavior change and trying to get behavioral insights on how people can become more environmentally aware in their behavior and actually adopt this or translate this awareness into action.
Great. And can you tell us a little bit about what you're currently working on?
Yes, so I am involved with two large UKRI funded research projects at the moment, both of them really exciting. The first one is an AHRC funded project called Future Island Island. It's through the Green Transition Ecosystems Fund. And what we're trying to do with this project, which is actually led by the Belfast School of Art, is to design a circular waste management system on the island of Rathlin, which is our test island, which could then be translated into other regions. So we're working with local community on product waste and natural waste, such as food or wool from sheep shearing, and looking at different ways to co-design with the community a circular waste management system. It also involves a sustainable tourism aspect, and that's why I'm involved in the project. The other project that I'm really excited about is our recently launched Epic Futures and I project. It's an ESRC funded project from the Local Policy Innovation Partnership stream, and I look after the behavioral insights aspect of this project. So my role is to understand how behavioral insights can help policy making, and we're particularly looking at helping those who are long-term unemployed or who have been economically inactive for a long time to return back to work, because Northern Ireland has a very high percentage of economically inactive people. And the whole area of green skills, sustainability skills and upskilling for sustainability is a big part of this project as well.
That's really interesting. And could you tell us a little bit about maybe some of the stakeholders that you work with and maybe what impact you've had with them?
Yes, sure. So there are lots of different groups that I work with. Most notably at the moment, I'm heavily involved with the community in Rathlin. This is very much a community-led project. There's a lot of co-design elements. So the impact that we're hoping to generate there, or that we're having there, is a lot of upskilling. We're conducting training courses for community members on things like sustainable tourism, eco-certifications, but also looking at co-design and how to design waste products into objects of need, basically. I've also worked a lot with policymakers, especially around sustainable behaviour change or pro-environmental behaviour change. I've been working with a PhD researcher, really talented PhD researcher, Rachel Singleton, and our work has been looking at designing interventions to stop people from littering on the beach, and also policy design to help to put the user at the center of policy design. So those have been quite impactful research streams I'm involved with.
One last question, really interesting just what you just talked about. As a social scientist in those sounds like kind of multidisciplinary groups, how do you find that? How do you navigate your way through that kind of co-production work?
I think we all have a role to play, and every discipline brings their own way of thinking to a project. Particularly interesting for me right now is to work with designers and architects and manufacturers on the AHRC Green Transition Ecosystem Project, and everybody has their own perspective, and to bring them all around the table has been a really big learning curve for me and really, really interesting. I do think that user-centered design or human-centered design or co-design is the way forward. I don't think you can ignore one particular group of stakeholders or one particular discipline because it maybe doesn't fit the obvious mold. So it's really important to bring them all together. It's been a real pleasure doing this interdisciplinary work.